So let's look at a couple examples of how we would use this to solve for x. So it says solving rational exponent equations. What we first need to do here is rewrite our equation with a rational exponent. And they don't write a 1, but it means it's the first power if there's nothing written. So what we would rewrite this as is x to the power of 1 over 3, because again, the root is on the bottom. The power is on the top, and that's equal to 12. The second thing we have to do is multiply by the reciprocal power, or sorry, raise it to the power of the reciprocal. So 3 over 1. This one's a pretty basic or common example, I should say. Cube root and cubed are inverses, so if you notice that, you can do that immediately. What we end up with then is x equals 12 to the third power. The next example says the fourth root of x cubed equals 11. In that case, when we rewrite this, it's going to be x to the 3 over 4th power. Because again, 4 is the root, it goes on the bottom. 3 is the power, it goes on the top. And this is equal to 11. So what we have to do is raise it to the reciprocal power on both sides. So 4 over 3. This becomes x. These guys kind of chunga. And 11 to the 4/3 power is 24.46. Again, if you wanted to type that in, you go 11 caret 4 divided 3. One of my students asked, what's the rule? Here are basically the steps for it. So the first thing we need to do when we solve these is rewrite with a rational exponent. That was this part. The second step is to raise both sides to the reciprocal power. Reciprocal means the flipped power. And what that means is we raise it to the reverse power. So I'll color code this next example. The next one says the 7th root of a raised to the 11th power. This one looks different because this exponent is on the outside and this was on the inside, but we treat it the same as we would any other power. It will go on the top. So we're going to have a to the 11 over 7th power, because 7 is the root, it goes in the bottom, is equal to 21. The second step, which is in blue right here, says raise both sides to the reciprocal power, or the flipped power. If you take 11 over 7 and flip it, you get 21 to the 7 over 11th power, and a will equal 6.94. If you wanted to type this into your calculator, you would type 21 caret 7 divide 11. You have a homework assignment on worksheet 5.3. I would like you to do 1, 2, 3, and 5. There are parts A, B, and C to each of those, but for number 4, I want you to skip for now. There is a lot of messy stuff that we didn't talk about yet, so skip number 4 for now, but you can do 1, 2, 3, and 5.